Good morning, Atlanteans, and happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to your glute class, Revenge of the Booty. So, I just taught this class accidentally on mute, so we're going to go through it all again, this time hopefully not on mute. Let's get started by putting on one red spring. Remember, all of my springs are just suggestions, so you can put the spring to something that works more for you, but we do want to challenge ourselves today. So one red should be like a medium variation. And then we're going to step onto the reformer, 1 foot on the deck, 1 foot is going to hang so that the big toe is actually off the edge of the carriage. We're going to squat down nice and low. We're coming into skaters. So I want your shin pressed up against the foot bar here. Squat nice and low when you're ready. Big press all the way out and slowly bring that carriage back in. Now today's class again is all about our butt and our inner thighs, getting those looking nice for our Valentine's Day today. And happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there watching. Good. See if you can go a little bit lower. We have about 5 more reps here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So we're going to turn around. You can always step off if that feels more safe to you, and then step back on, or just step to your deck to turn around. We're doing the same thing facing the opposite direction. So again, I want your shin all the way up against the foot bar. Big toe is going to hang off the edge of our carriage. Squat down nice and low. And when you're ready, big press out here. Working into that left glute. Good. Again, we have about 5 more. See if you can squat that a little bit lower for 5, 4, 3. Last one. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to step off the carriage. You could either squat down or step all the way off as well. We're going to go down to just one blue spring now. And then we're going to step back up onto the carriage facing that first way that we just were. This time we're working into our inner thighs. So I want feet parallel. Your foot is going to be near the bottom edge of your carriage, but not hanging off. When we're ready, nice big inhale as we carriage out. Keep straight legs and press down into your pinky toes here. And slowly come back up. So you want to press down through that outer edge of your foot so that your foot does not do this. We don't want to lift up that pinky toe. We want it pressed down. Again, all the springs I'm giving are just suggestions. This blue is like a medium. If you want to make this variation harder, we're going to go down and spring. If you need to make it a little bit easier, you're going to go up and spring. Good. We have 5 more here. Maybe you can press out that little bit further. Good. Last one. Beautiful. All the way up. Again, we're going to carefully turn around or step off to turn around. And all the way back up. Same thing. Feet are parallel. We're pressing down through our pinky toes as we carriage in and out. And if you have this same style reformer, I have my strap thrown on the floor because it sometimes gets hung on our little lever for our headrest. So just be mindful of that as we do this. If it does get stuck, just toss yours on the floor as well. That happened in the middle of last class. Good. About 4 more here. See if you can go out that little bit further. 2. And 1. Beautiful. All the way up. Again, you could step off or squat down to change your spring. We're going back up in spring to 1 red. And again, we're going to step back up onto the deck and then onto our carriage. We're doing another skater variation, but this time we're going to travel with the carriage here. So I want you to squat down nice and low. We're keeping our weight and our body essentially over the foot that's on the carriage as we press out and slowly come back in. And again, you're trying to stay in as deep a squat as you can. So we're working into this glute for stabilization, and this glute is doing the work of pressing us in and out. And while I'm thinking about it, talking about springs and things like the strap getting hung and stuff like that, if y'all would be interested in me doing a video on the reformer, talking about springs and how to change them and just how the reformer works. I know not everyone has the same, but a lot of things are very similar. Just drop a comment in the comment section saying reformer video. Got 5 more. 4, 3, a little bit lower for 2, and 1. Excellent. All the way up again. You could step off or careful as you turn around. All right. Same thing. Get your feet situated. Then when you're ready, squat down nice and low. Again, our weight stays over our carriage leg this time as we press in and out. Good. 3 more. See if you can squat that little bit lower for 3. Last one. Oh, and all the way up. All right, let's step off again. We're going down in our spring. So let's go down to 1 blue again, or 1 medium spring. We're going to step back up, working into our inner thighs. So last time we had both feet parallel. This time I want to turn out our foot that's on the carriage, or turn out all the way to the headrest if you can, or just as far as feels comfortable for that inner thigh. When you're ready, nice straight legs as we carriage out and back up. And again, we're squaring our hips towards the side of our reformer, not towards our foot. Good. We've got about 5 more. See if you can press out that little bit further. Last one. Excellent. All right. Carefully come up, turn around. Whew. All right. So same thing. Our foot on the carriage is going to be turned out as far as we can towards the headrest. When you're ready, equal weight through both legs as we carriage out and back up. In that first round, you may have not felt your inner thighs working so much. This round, you should start to feel them a little bit more. We've got 2 more rounds though. So by the end of this, your inner thighs are going to be shaking like mine are right now after doing the entire class. One more. And all the way up. All right, again, we can step off for a moment as we change our spring. This time, I'm going to go up to a red and a yellow, or a heavy spring and a light spring. Again, that's just a suggestion. You could stay on a red, or you could go a little bit heavier if you want to, like a red and a blue. We're going back to similar setup as our first. So I want shin against the foot bar, big toe hanging off the edge again. This time what we're going to do is we're keeping our carriage leg straight. And we're going to squat using this left leg. So when you're ready, big press out and all the way up. Again, this carriage leg stays fully locked out as we press that carriage out. Good. You have 5 more. See if you can go that little bit lower here. Press that carriage out a tiny bit further. One more. Beautiful. All the way up. Again, careful as you turn around. You could step off if you need. And then same setup. We're going to start with our shin against the foot bar. Big toes hanging off the edge of our carriage. Carriage leg stays straight as we squat down. And slowly come back up. Last 3. See if you can go that little bit lower. 2. One more. Beautiful. All the way up. All right. So again, carefully step off or squat down. Again, we're going to go down to just a blue here, and then we're going to step back up, working into our inner thighs again. So again, we're going to go back to the first variation, feet parallel, but this time I want you to take your foot out about 5 to 6 inches down the carriage. Now we can't close all the way so that we're standing over our feet. Our inner thighs have to stay working the entire time. When you're ready, carriage out nice and slow. And back up. Again, press down through those pinky toes. Good. We have about 5 more. I'm going to move my foot out a little bit further if you want to join. Let's make these last 5 even harder. Really get those inner thighs a shaking. Last 2. And 1. All right. Careful as we turn all the way around. Same thing. Again, feet are going to be parallel. This time we're going to try to take our foot out 5 to 6 inches to start. Nice tall spine. Press down through those pinky toes as we carriage out. And back up. Good. 5 more. Again, I'm going to move my foot up just that little bit further. If you want to follow me. Last one. Beautiful. All the way up. Again, we're going to step off for a minute and give those legs a quick shake out if you need. And again, I'm going to go up to a red, and then we're going to go into a skater or a scooter variation this time. So what I want to do is we're going to step back onto our deck, this time facing our foot bar. We're going to squat down nice and low with our hands on the foot bar here. Now our hands aren't holding our weight, they're just there for balance. Back foot is on the bottom edge of the carriage. When you're ready, big press of that carriage out and back in. Again, one red spring or one heavy spring. You could go a little bit heavier by adding a light or another medium to this. Good. 5 more. See if you can squat that a little bit lower. Oh, my leg hates me. Last 2. You got this. 1 more. Oh, And all the way up again. Straighten out the legs for a quick moment. Let's switch sides. All right. So again, my left foot is stepping forward this time. My right foot is stepping back, or just switch legs if you had it the opposite way. Again, squat down nice and low when we're ready. Big press back into that scooter. Good. 5 more. You got this. See if you can go that little bit lower for 5. 3. 1 more. Oh, and all the way up. Whew. All right. Again, step off. Give your legs a little shake out. Oh, my legs are not liking this for a second round. So let's go back to our blue spring. And then we're stepping back onto the carriage. Final round of inner thighs. Remember, step to the deck first, then up onto the carriage. And again, we're going into that turnout variation. And just like last time, we're going to try and take our foot out so that our heel is about 5 to 6 inches from the bottom edge of the carriage. Nice straight legs. When you're ready, carriage out and slowly come back up. Good. We have 5 more. I'm going to move my foot out a little bit further for 5. Last one. Excellent. All the way up. Again, careful as you turn around. We're doing the same thing, opposite direction. So foot on the carriage is turned out towards our headrest. Again, your heel should be 5 to 6 inches away from the bottom edge of the carriage. When you're ready, inhale as we go out, exhale as we come up. Keep an equal weight between both feet. Good. 5 more. Again, if you want to move your foot out with me, you can. 5. One more. Ooh, and carefully come back in. All right. Now, if you did enjoy this class, I'd appreciate it if you consider donating to the channel through a super like or a super sticker. It really does help me continue to provide the best classes for y'all that I can. Now, if you enjoyed this as well, be sure to like the video. And as always, remember, every workout is a step towards your goals. So keep pushing, stay motivated, and train like a legend. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Bye for now.